All right, so who's the fusion paradigm for? Well, I will say it's definitely not for everyone. I think a lot of people are ready for it. I think a lot of people are going to align to it. And I also think that, the world still has a lot of catching up to do. But for those of you who it's right for, let me share a little bit about it. I created the fusion paradigm for people like me and like my clients. It's for the trailblazers and the visionaries and the disruptors who were never meant to fit into a box. Right? It's for the entrepreneurial leaders who kind of look at the world not just as it is right now. They're not like, well, this is it. They're like, oh my God, but it could be this. And they feel deeply called to make a difference. But it's not just for them, right? It's not just for the people, the change agents who are going to be on the front lines and actually carve the change. It's also for the service professionals who feel called to fulfill their purpose by supporting those visionaries. Because I get it, like not everyone is meant to be out center stage. Not everyone, some people say to me like, I can't believe you do podcasts and you go on videos, and you guys, you don't all have, not everyone has to do that. There's both types of individuals are needed. We need people in front of the scenes and we need people behind the scenes. So it's for those service professionals who support these visionary leaders, because let's be honest, like creating the future, it's not a friggin' solo act by any stretch of the imagination. This paradigm is for the visionary entrepreneurs who feel out of sync with traditional models. And I've talked to a lot of you, and I know even before I started working on this, like I'd sit in the back of rooms and be like, this just feels so off to me. Like it does not feel like something's wrong. And they'd be like, yeah, I know, but I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to keep doing more of what I'm doing, because they didn't know a different way. And I get it, because I was in the same boat. If you've ever looked around and you've said, oh my God, like this is not working for me, you're not alone. Those old frameworks were designed for conformity. They are not designed for the boldness and brilliance of true innovators. The fusion paradigm offers a model that is reflective of your own personal genius and your values and your big ideas. It's really about what you are meant to bring to the world. And it's also for people who are they're fucking over the hustle and grind culture. Like they're not doing it anymore, right? Like they've done it to burnout. Can you do it? Sure, right? If you're type A like me, like, can I hustle and grind? Yes, but I don't want to. Right? I'm over it. Strategy is the new hustle. It's a new game. It's a new sheriff in town. So if you're tired of chasing those metrics that don't matter, like I don't give a shit how many people follow me on social media. I just care about being able to reach people that I want to have cool conversations with, right? If you're tired of burning yourself out in the process, this paradigm is going to show you how to achieve that aligned success. And by the way, when I say success, I mean your definition of success, not the world's definition, not my definition, not Bob's definition, doesn't matter. Your definition of success that doesn't come at the cost of your health and your relationships or your joy. I created this for the visionaries who want to build legacy, not just profit. I know that earlier in my career, I was all about like, oh, I need to build a profitable business. And now I'm 51 years old. I'm about to be 52. And I want to get my work out of me. I'm into my legacy work now. Like I've done all of that. I've done the big build. I'm in a different trajectory of life. Not that obviously I love to have a profitable business, because that allows me to afford the life that I desire. It allows me to feed my soul child organic produce. It allows me to take care of my health. It allows me to do these things that I'm doing for entrepreneurship. It allows me to be more philanthropic. Like that's great. But it's not just about that. I don't want to die with my song still inside me. Like I feel like I have this thing that I'm bringing out, and I want to make sure I leave it here so that I can, and I know a lot of you feel like this too, you can create a ripple effect of impact and innovation. If you are someone who's like, I want to leave the world a better place than I found it, you're in the right place. And I would definitely explore this further. It is designed for people who thrive on bold thinking and big ideas. We're not only thinking outside the box, like we're crushing the fucking box. We don't even need to be in the box. Like, fuck the box, guys. Fuck the box. So if you've ever been told this is like too big, or it's too unrealistic, or you're in your ego, or who do you think you are, or, whatever things that they try to say to like pull you down to their level, welcome home. You were in the right place. I've been told all those things as well. I know for my peeps, we're refusing to settle for mediocrity. And we're unapologetic about it. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back in the box. I'm not coloring within the lines. I'm not following the standard rules. And I'm unapologetic about it. That's how we roll around here. The one other thing that I would say is this is for people who crave balance and alignment. Right. And when I say balance isn't about always being even keel. It's being about like, when to drive and when to rest. When to use your strategy and when to use your intuition. Like, there's flow, there's harmonization. Right. So if you're looking for that and you feel stuck between these constant opposing forces, like I know for me, a big one was I didn't feel like I fit into any of the markets that I'm watching. Like, I'm definitely not an internet bro marketer. Like, that's not my jam. But I also think like there's a lot of stuff about that methodology that I don't align with and I don't like. But there's things where I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart, or that's really efficient. I can see that. Or, oh, that's really a good point. And it's the same thing on the other side. A lot of these feminine marketers that they all have the exact same branding, and they're literally like, you need to be in your goddess archetype and you need to sit on a couch and manifest and let the millions fall in your lap. Like, I don't resonate with that either. I just don't. Right. I think that there's a middle ground and that there's loads of shades of different types in that middle ground. So if that's you and you really want to get out of this, like, it's not me, it's like, let's create our own thing, right? And let's harmonize and create from our highest potential of what's possible. And if you're a service provider that wants to bring their ideas to life, and you want to use your skill sets, like maybe it's in accounting or legal or insurance or marketing or sales or operations or anything like that, and you want to work on things that matter too, then this is for you, because those visionaries, I promise you, they're not doing this by themselves. They need all the help and support that they can to get these things out into the world. I believe that behind every world-changing entrepreneur is a team of mentors and experts and creatives and strategists that all help make it happen. Right? These professionals are the backbone of visionary businesses, because oftentimes visionaries can be as they need to be. A lot of times they're not super grounded, right? Like, they're all up in the creative, which is where they thrive and where they do their best work. But they need the service professionals and these other experts to ground them in making sure that their visions make manifest into the world, right? Because otherwise they can sometimes just dream, right? Even if they've trained themselves to work and hustle and grind, they're miserable. I promise you, miserable, because that's not where they're meant to be. So they need just as much support as the people that they serve. If you're a service professional who feels overwhelmed supporting high achieving clients who are always moving at lightning speed, then this is going to give you the tools and the systems and the boundaries that you need so that you can thrive while supporting them. You're going to learn how to elevate your own game and work in alignment with these leaders who are shaping industries, because this paradigm amplifies both your client's success and your own. So supporting those bold leaders, it requires that you operate also from your genius zone and that you are your absolute best, so that you can take on that mental load for them, leave them doing what they do, you do what you do best, your team does what they do best, everyone stays in their zone, so that you can all deliver exceptional results without the burning out. Here's the thing. It's not one or the other. It's not like, oh, I'm a do-gooder, oh, I'm a service business. Like, that's not it. We need each other. Visionaries bring the big ideas. They can't do it alone. Service professionals are the architects, the implementers, and the collaborators who make those ideas real and help create forward movement in the world. So if this is of interest to you, then I really believe that you should check out the fusion paradigm and see if this is right for you and your business. If any of these things that I'm saying here resonate with you, you can create that paradigm and that collaboration where you're working together to create something extraordinary.